afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you are going to join. Hamida is global podcast host for sharing life lessons. She conducts beautiful interviews. She has this passion about it, doing and interviewing people and sharing their life lessons with others. She is also an investment banker. Sharing life lessons has over 30,000 views and from 29 countries. Some topics covered are relationships, self-care, physical and mental health, hygiene, parenting, wellness, etc. So today's topic is going to be a little more interesting also. If you have knowledge that then let others light their candles in it by Margaret Fuller. That is what she believes in it. I will shortly put her links and this in the chat box. So, Hamida, the stage is yours and Arun's, and I'm really hoping to have this fireside chat listening. Thank you so much.
Dipali, thank you for that introduction, and welcome everyone to the Global Rise Summit Fireside Chat. This is Hamida, host of Sharing Life Lessons. You will find my podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the links are in the chat group. I am honored to welcome Arun Bothra. Welcome, Arun. Arun started in IPS in 1996 batch in Odisha. His current posting is as the Transport Commissioner of Odisha, former SP of several districts, also worked as IG Crime, IG Railways, IG Special Task Force, and the list goes on. So instead of me reading out the list, I actually would like to welcome Arun to please tell us something about himself.
Okay. Good afternoon, Hamida and Deepali and others attending the program. Hamida, I am of course, yes, as you told, I am a police officer, born on Odisha cadre, 1996 batch. I belong to Rajasthan originally. I have, like any other police officer, I have also handled various assignments in the field as SP, then in the headquarters in crime and other organizations. And I have also worked in CBI for 5 years in Kolkata and in Delhi on deputation to Government of India. Then I came back to my cadre in 2014. After that, in last 3-4 years, things have become more interesting. That I would like to mention. Last 3 years, though I'm a police officer, but I'm out of the police department. I am working in different non-police organizations. Like about 3 years ago, I was given a charge of city bus service in Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, and Puri. I was MD of that company for 1.5 years. I was on that position and learnt a lot and did a lot. And today, that bus service, which we call Mo Bus in Odia means my bus. That's a very, very popular bus service. There was no bus service in Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, city bus service, and we have been able to put a system in place which is helping lakhs of people every day. Now, I believe more than 1 lakh people, 1.5 or something people travel in that bus every day today. Students, professionals, women, doctors, and everything. Okay. Now, after that, I was given a charge of state transport because city transport is smaller, state transport is the entire state is a bigger thing.
Yes, you need to move on to bigger and better.
So I was there for about again 1.5 years. In between, I was handling electricity department. Also, I was CEO of the electricity supply utility. And then again the city state transport. And now I am transport commissioner. Earlier I was I was running the buses. Now I am the regulator. In that second assignment also, I'm happy to share that we could turn around the company in 1.5 years. The company has earned profit for the first time. You are investment banker, you will understand. In 70 years of its existence, the company has made profit first time, operational profit. So a little bit here and there, I have learned a lot. And but okay, coming to the main thing, something which has made me really, really happy in last 3 years is not related to police, not related to government service. What happened is COVID when it struck, many and everybody, all of us, we were locked down because my bus company was not working because buses could not operate during that period.
Sure.
So I was totally free going to my office, but I was totally free. Those days, people started asking me, tagging me because of my Twitter presence for help, ration, medicine, some maybe police pass to travel from this place to that place. And an organization we created, a few of friends with me, named India Cares. That organization is in place for last 2 years plus, and 2 years, and tremendous work it has been. Our people have done. Volunteers, we have 4,000 plus volunteers across India, all the states, even abroad. And they even today when we are talking, they must be are helping people here and there, maybe some in ration, in medicines, in books, in fees, those kind of things. So that is one thing which I have been associated with, which has made me really, really happy as a human being. Professionally, all of us, we have some job, some profession, some business, but this is something which has made me really, really happy, and that I really wanted to mention.
Sure, Arun, and you said that this was a child of COVID, right? COVID has its bad sides and its good sides. We've had so many losses all around the globe, but there are these good deeds that people are doing by just coming together and becoming a community and helping. But in everyone's mind, everyone's praying and wishing that COVID ends soon. And I have a belief that COVID is ending in the next, not ending, but we're seeing the tail end of it. So tell us, what is the future of India Cares once COVID leaves, goes?
Okay, good question. Now, okay, this is something which has bothered me also for a long time. See what happened, Hamida, when the first wave ended. So all our volunteers and myself, we went back to our own lives. We started just doing our job. The India Cares, I thought it's a history. Other than a few volunteers, very enthusiastic volunteers, like one lady, I hear one lady, Savita Chanda, she's very, very enthusiastic. And actually, she is the soul of India Cares.
Mm-hmm.
A few more, maybe Ritu and Namisha and a few more, Naman, those kind of people. They were only active. Rest, everybody went dormant. So I thought it is the end of it. But then second wave came, which was much worse. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
That time, everybody sprang back to action without my request, without any invitation, without any information. Everybody came back. Not only
Lovely.
that, in the first wave we had 2,500 volunteers. The second wave we had 4,200 volunteers. So more people joined.
Lovely.
So that gave us an idea that this is not. We can continue with the idea. And see one thing, Hamida, this India Cares is it's an NGO, but it's not an NGO. I'll put it like that. NGO, but not an NGO in the way. It's not registered. We do not have any office. There's no specific office you can say this India Cares office or something. It is only on digital. We have digital presence only. Most of the volunteers, they don't know each other. We do not have any hierarchy. There's no president, no secretary, nothing. Everybody is a volunteer. So it's a very unique kind of thing. And most importantly, we do not have any bank account. We do not take any kind of donation.
Mm-hmm.
We have decided from the beginning, we will not take any money from anybody. Money has a lot of advantages, but the money has a lot of problems.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
more than you will
Arun,
know more than anybody.
let me tell you that the best execution can happen from these unofficial, unregistered NGOs where people are just working from their hearts.
Exactly, we do not take any donations and money, but not that we do not take help. We take help, but we do not take the help to our place. I'll explain to it.
Mm-hmm.
The question actually is that what is the future? Future is something we have named Promise Bank. Now what is Promise Bank? This is a kind of an initiative of India Cares only, initiative of India Cares only,
Mm-hmm.
which is beyond COVID. It is not limited to COVID health. It is beyond COVID. How it is that I'm telling you? We have this Promise Bank concept. It's also a digital concept. Promise Bank is nothing. There's no physical identity, physical entity. The name is Promise Bank. So because you are an investment banker, you should know that there's no Promise Bank on ground. Now, what
I've heard
happens?
of Yes Bank, but no Promise Bank.
So, okay, what we do actually, Hamida, we request people that if you want to help anybody, we learned during COVID. During COVID, we learned that, okay, there are lakhs and lakhs of people, millions of people who need help, but there are thousands, at least thousands of people who want to help. It's not that people only need help. There are people who want to help also. You basically need to connect them. We basically need to connect them.
Yep.
The
Sure.
problem is that the person who wants to help, he is unsure about his contribution. He is not sure whether the money will reach the right people or not.
Uh-huh.
The person will people will be getting help or not. The people who are needy, they will get help or not. They have this apprehension. Everybody has. So we have given a platform. This Promise Bank is a platform where you can make a promise that, okay, I want to help somebody, provided the person is genuine, request is verified, and I would like to help directly to the person.
Okay.
So we give everybody an opportunity that supposingly you want to help somebody, some girl child in her education, you want to help. So we will just note down your promise. We will not ask money. We don't take money. We will just note down Hamida Thanawala. She wants to help somebody, a child, for education, and she's willing to contribute 10,000 rupees in a year. We
Okay.
just keep the data. And whenever we get requests, and we get large number of requests every day, whenever we get a request which is matching your promise, we verify that. And we verify because we are very careful that the money should go to the right person.
Yeah.
Because Hamida is making a promise on our credibility, on our faith, having faith in us. We cannot allow anybody to cheat her.
Mm-hmm.
We verify through our volunteers, and then we intimate you that, look, Hamida, there's a girl here. She wants fees for her school or college.
Mm-hmm.
This is her number. This is her name. This is her address. This is the college name. If you want to help according to your promise, you can directly contact the person, and it is working very fine. I'm telling you, it's working wonderfully well, and people are depositing promises to us, and we are helping them in executing that. That's overall the promise bank thing.
That is amazing. You know what comes to mind, Arun, is the theme that started actually in a small restaurant in New York, where if someone went to have coffee, it was a cafe. If someone went to have coffee, they paid for two coffees, and they put a note, or like just like that, a promissory note up there. Give me one coffee, and whoever comes by who needs coffee, it's on me. So these are the things that warms the heart, and I'm so happy to learn that this is working very well. My question is, you did say you verify. So how do you weed out those who are, most people are good-hearted, but what about those who are scamsters and are just looking for money?
I'm a policeman. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, good, right answer to the right person. I mean, right question to the right person.
investigation and verifying people and finding out the bad ones is my job. Actually, I have been doing it for the last 22 years. Now,
Yeah.
what happens? I'll tell you. But it's a very valid question. See, as I told you, our USP is our credibility. Why somebody will make a promise through us or help somebody through us? Because they believe that this organization, number one, they do not take any cut, they don't take any commission, they don't want anything, and they are helping me in helping others, right? So we are very, very careful about the verification part. We cannot allow anybody to cheat you when you are coming to us. One.
Mm-hmm.
Two, see, generally, I'm telling you, I am also a volunteer. I have been mentioning it. I'm also a volunteer. I'm not a president or something like that. Though people think, of course, this idea maybe came through me.
Yeah.
It's an idea of, I will say, it's an idea of God. It's not my idea or something. When the God wants to do something, he finds somebody and it is done like that. So it's not that it's my thing. It's our thing, and it's for his. His glory
You're just the medium,
his,
absolutely.
his glory and his grace. So, but many people, they know that I am associated with it, and not only me. There are many police officers who are associated with it, right? So, people do not generally, when they know that it is the members. Some of the members are senior police officers. They do not dare to cheat us generally. That is the first filter.
Mm-hmm.
Second filter is we have a very good ground presence of our volunteers. So supposingly somebody says that my child is admitted in the hospital and we need medicines.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, we can simply, these days you have everything available on internet. So we ask which hospital, which bed, which ward number. So our volunteers, they make phone call and ask the doctors, the doctor sir, we are talking from like this and we want to help. Can you please verify whether the child is admitted in the hospital or not? So people say that we can verify. Thirdly, our people can go and physically verify. And lastly, I'm telling you, many times I tell my batchmates, my batchmates are all across the country. They also want to help people. So I tell my batchmates, they're all in my rank now. I'll tell somebody in Hyderabad, somebody in Delhi, yeah, please sort of verify kar do. This request has come. We are willing to help, but you please verify. He sent some constable, some policeman, maybe somebody goes in a personal capacity in civil dress, and we verify. So verification part is very pakka. There is no doubt about it. And then we tell you or the donor or the promise who has made the promise, please help the person, and it is done.
Okay, so I am a risk manager by profession. So I will ask you a risk management question. What happens if the person who's promising backs off and says, "Sorry, bhaiya, paise nahi abhi"?
Okay. Yeah. See, generally it doesn't happen. One. Only thing that what happens, the people forget. They say, okay, हाँ मैंने 6 महीने पहले किया था, मैं भूल गया, आपने मुझे बोला ही नहीं. You did not ask me again. I forgot. People kind of, when you are making a promise, you generally, because we give a freedom to you to make a promise of 100 rupees also, 50 rupees, 5 rupees. It's your choice. So when you are making a promise, you are very sure that, okay, this much I can do. Because nobody is here forcing you to make a promise of 10,000 or 20,000 or 2 lakhs or what. So you are very comfortable in spending that kind of money. Number one. Number two, when our people call them, 95% people say yes. We were actually, I was waiting for your call, something like that. And thirdly, then if somebody says, for example, okay, there's a possibility that person might have changed his phone number, or he is not willing, or he is not interested now. So we have a long list. Amita, I was asking my team recently, because I do not maintain the data. I don't access it also many times. So I asked my team, Mitra Sara, you are handling so many requests. If everything dries up, if the promise bank promises they dry up, then what will we do? They said, sir, we have 550 promises in our bank right now.
Okay.
And we are not able to handle the promises, because every month we are getting 30, 40, 50, 100 extra, like new.
Yeah.
The outflow is less and inflow is more. So a lot of promises we are getting, and there's no problem in that.
Very nice, very nice. Arun, two questions come to mind. One, how can the Aam Janta contribute, either in Promise Bank or even this whole summit is about innovation and diversity, right? So if they want to replicate something like this in their own communities, can you talk a bit to them about how we all can contribute?
Okay. Say there are 3-4 things, Samina. One, as you mentioned today, that it can be replicated. So we are very sure that it is not necessary that you do things through India Cares or Promise Bank. If somebody can create a Vada Bank or Vachan Bank or something, anything, name doesn't matter, we do not matter, our organization doesn't matter. Anybody wants to do the similar thing with any other name, we are very happy. Idea is not to be a kind of brand or something. We want people to help each other. That's the exact thing which we discuss in our organization also. I'll tell you sometimes what happens. Like sometimes, supposedly somebody needs blood, and our volunteers, they work for 3 hours, 4 hours, and the person gets blood. Then somebody, some other organization, some other NGO, they post a tweet that we have helped arranging blood for this person. So sometimes our people say, our young people say, young volunteers, sir, हमने किया था, everything we did, and these people are posting the tweet. I said, what was important? Tweet is important, the blood is important. And
Mm.
so that has become our culture now. We do not
Mm.
really bother that आपको credit मिल रहा है, मुझे credit मिल रहा है, मेरा नाम हो रहा है. We are thankfully,
It is
we
this is
offer.
this is the first bank without credit and debit.
Exactly. Thankfully, we are beyond it. We do not really care. So if somebody wants to replicate the same idea with any other name, any other brand, any other face, we are very happy. We have no problem. Number one. Number two, uh, how can you help? How others can help? They can help in many, many ways. One, we have our Twitter handle, India Cares. I also keep posting tweets that please make a promise in Promise Bank. Somebody can check on my Twitter handle or India Cares Twitter handle, or maybe I will leave a link with Dipali. What we do, we have a small Google form, small Google form, where the we just request you to fill up the Google form name, mobile number, the amount you want to contribute, and which area. You may say education, old age, people, medicine, ration, whatever. Your choice. You can put something new also. You can also tell the reason. Suppose you know what happens. Many NRIs, like supposing some NRI of Chhattisgarh, he is earning good money in US. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to spend money for good work in his own state.
Mm-hmm.
He has kind of that emotion that mera state mein lagna chahiye. So we give them that choice also. If you want, you can put the area, Chhattisgarh or anything, or you may not also. So we keep those things. So any of your people, anybody can, if they are willing to register themselves as promisers, and the people who are making promise, we are very happy. We will just keep your name, and the same thing will work. I will share with you maybe one or two creatives, which if you people can, if you can circulate in your WhatsApp groups, in with your team or anybody, you'll be very happy. Lastly, recently we have learned, because our presence is mostly on Twitter, so we have been promoting it on Twitter only. If any of people like you, for example, you or anybody who is in some other media, Instagram or Facebook or regular media, if they are willing to spread the word, your contribution can come to us in spreading the word. Just spread the word. If you spread the word, I am sure everybody likes the idea. I have not found one person who has found one fault with this idea. Not one person found one fault with this idea. Only thing, people do not know. So more people knowing this, the idea will spread. That is the only thing we can request.
Arun, I'm intrigued by this idea, and I'm going to offer up. I would love to have this idea on my podcast. So I would love to have you on as a guest, and we can and like I said, my podcast is around 29 countries. So I'd love to have you on as a guest.
I would request one thing, Hamida. In fact, which I feel very shy about is that I I do not contribute that much. I'm a quite overrated person. I say like that. I'm pretty overrated person. So I would like, if you allow us, I'll not join myself, or maybe I'll join with two three other volunteers who are actually doing the work.
I'd love that. Love that even more.
Raman, Ritu, and those kind of people.
Absolutely.
हर आदमी मेरे को बोलता है सर बोथरा सर ने किया, बोथरा सर ने किया, मुझे बड़ा शर्म आता है, मैंने नहीं किया मतलब.
And, and to the audience, if you have any questions, we have about 5 minutes left. So please go ahead, ask your questions so that Dipali can ask them. But whilst we are getting questions, I have one very important question to ask, because we are about community and collaboration. So can you tell us, are you collaborating with any other NGOs, and if so, how?
Yes. Many times. I'm telling you, like supposedly somebody needs ration in Mumbai, and there's urgent need, or some blood or medicine. At times, our people, they talk to this, and more importantly, I'll tell you, many NGOs, they have learned about us, that this is what we do. So many times NGOs, they call us and they ask us, can you verify this request? Because NGOs have resources, but they do not have mechanism to verify. The mechanism which we have, like I have as a police officer, or in the presence of so many volunteers, different NGOs, they call us and they ask us, can you please verify this request? We want to help. We help them. We help them, and we are very happy that yes, जो भी जिसको क्रेडिट लेना है, फोटो उठाना है, करना है, वो करे, हमें मतलब नहीं है. किसी का मदद हो जाए, वो बहुत अच्छी बात.
Very good, very good. And before I let you go, Dipali, any comments, questions?
Yeah, so there is Deepa who wants to basically there is a fan following for you and for the Promise Bank right now. So everybody wants you to come there. So Deepa, if you want to come and directly talk to him, we can give you a
Yeah.
minute or so. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Arunji, I am based in Bombay. I run a research and consulting company called Lumiere. And one of the things that we started doing in COVID was to create a YouTube channel where we would showcase, torchbearers, people who are making a great difference. And a lot of bias is for people who are also volunteering and creating a community support. Because I firmly believe that youth today needs a channel. Itna energy hai, they have so much energy that if we can create a platform where people find other avenues and ways to connect. Similarly, there are senior citizens who have a lot of energy. Our lifespans have increased. They also want to do something. So we've seen that there is a huge intergenerational connect that can also be created on ground like this. So you create a community of doing and fostering good and putting like-minded people together. So I try to do that as my small attempt at being a connector and a collector, Arunji, and I'm very happy. And on Monday there is someone called Project Mumbai, again a very good NGO that's doing great volunteering work, started in 2019. And we are going to be having them as our Learning Monday guest. And abhi mujhe lag raha hai कि I just want to pick up the phone and connect you and what Project Mumbai team is doing, because I just feel that there might be some great synergies. So.
Thank you, Deepa. Very nice, thanks. Arun, my last question to you is, before I let you go, tell us your vision for Promise Bank for the next 5 years, or 3 years, or 2 years.
First to Deepa. Deepa will be very happy to collaborate. Deepali has my number, and I will connect you with our team. Actually, they are the people who do the real work. We will be very happy to connect with them. Number two, I can tell you at least about 10 volunteers and maybe 50 stories which will move people, which will make people cry during the COVID period. How our people have these volunteers, how they have worked. Somebody traveled 200 kilometers to donate blood. You cannot believe that. People don't go and donate in the next door hospital. We know one person 200 kilometers they had traveled. One person cycled for 38 kilometers to deliver a medicine because there was curfew, there was blockade. He traveled, he cycled for, and is a quite a fat man, quite a bulky person. And he says, I never kind of cycled for last 20 years. And he's a businessman, he's a money person. So these kind of lot many stories we have, our people will be sharing with you. Now, Hamida, vision and those kind of things they are very big words actually. I'm telling you, this India Care started without any plan. There was no plan. People started asking us for the help, and we started helping them. Then somebody said, okay, why don't we make a platform? Somebody said, why don't you give it name? One of the volunteers gave the name Manaswini. One of the volunteers created a logo. Manas, somebody created a Twitter handle. So it has come up without any plan. There is no discussion, and things are moving like that. And as I told you, it's उनकी मर्जी है, खुदा की मर्जी है, भगवान जो चाहेंगे करेंगे. ऐसा कुछ दिमाग में है नहीं कुछ कि क्या करना है. But I can see, I can only say one thing, Hamida, which came up today only. I know, as I mentioned in the beginning, that many people want to help, but they are not getting the right opportunity to help. Credibility is the problem, because हर एक को लगता है मैं 5,000 रुपया दे दूंगा, पता नहीं किसी को मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, होगा कि नहीं.
Very true.
I was telling Deepali also the other day, what we are doing actually in the era of this digitalization, we are working like Zomato or like Ola, Uber. You need a gadi,
Mm-hmm.
Ola is not giving you, Uber is not giving you a vehicle. Vehicle is somebody else is driving, somebody's vehicle, somebody is booking, somebody is taking, like that, and they are getting the commission or money. We are not taking anything. We are just creating a Ola Uber kind of situation, or a kind of Zomato and Swiggy type situation, giving a platform. I'll tell you, I think we are closing now. I'll tell you one very quick, interesting example. You will be happy, and you will be really happy to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one person, he's selling flutes. बांसुरी बेचने वाला है, दिल्ली में. Somebody tagged us that he sells flutes and there is no business, and his family of 3 or 4, they don't have ration. Can you please help?
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to somebody, our volunteers, and within 30 or 40 minutes, they sent me a picture that उसका जो ठेला है जहाँ पे वो बेच रहा है, बांसुरी बेचने वाला जो है, he was having atta, this dal, chawal, wawal, sab uska in 45 minutes. So I asked them, I was also surprised. I said, kaise kiya? Was there any volunteer? They said, no. We called the bansuri wala because number was given. We called him, and actually Savita did it. Savita called him, and Savita asked him, can you see any ration shop nearby?
Mm-hmm.
He said, yes, there's a ration shop here. You see how technology helps. So she's told that you go and make me talk to the ration wala. Sure. So he went there. Now Savita told that person that we want to contribute ration of say 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Can you please give him? I am sending you the money by WhatsApp. This your Paytm or something.
Paytm.
He said okay. वो told दिया पूरा. He made it ready. He sent the picture and he sent the bill also. That bill which is prepared. The ration is still with the shopkeeper. Now that bill, Savita sent to one of the promised bank donor.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has made a promise that I want to contribute ration of 5,000 rupees, right? Now that slip was sent to somebody in Gujarat or I think somewhere, that can you keep your promise? That lady said yes. उसने 5,000 रुपया वो दुकानदार को दे दिया. Within 45 minutes, I got a photo that the fellow has got ration. Now see how wonderful it is working.
Amazing.
It's not our money. It's not our money, but we verified. We took care that he gets ration note money, and it is done. So I am telling you, technology is helping us. People are good-hearted. People are all around the world. Only thing we need to give them a credible platform to help others. My request to you and everybody is that please spread a word. Please ask people or make them know that something like this is there, and they can make promises to us. Lastly, as I mentioned, it is not me, it is not us, it is not Promise Bank. If you want to do the similar thing from your own NGO, own channel, own hand, we have no problem. Rather, we will help you, we will contribute, we are willing to share our experience also. हम सिर्फ ये चाहते हैं कि लोगों की मदद होनी चाहिए और कोई एजेंडा कोई इरादा नहीं. Thank you.
That is wonderful, Arun. That is a very, very inspirational closing story. I love stories. I'm all about stories. I'm sure everyone else is too. So that is a great closing story. It was wonderful having you, Arun. Yes, everyone in the audience, please spread the word, and don't only spread the word to your friends. Ask your friends to spread the word on, because only then it works. If we need universal transformation, each one of us have to play a role. So, Arun, thank you for being on the show, and hopefully we will have you again.
Yeah. So I'm taking this platform for a minute. Thank you so much, Arun, and thank you, Hamida, for having this, wonderful and inspirational conversation. The topic I really liked when Arun shared, I'm doing this 4, you have to select one, and it was so difficult for me to select one. But I really liked this from bottom of my heart, and I wanted him to speak about Promise Bank to people. So definitely, Arun, I'm going to come back to him and I'm going to bug you for this. And definitely, we will spread spread word for Promise Bank. And I'm so happy that we all connected on this platform.